the next 14 days or less than 14 days, the current administration is going to be exiting and hand over to another administration. But here are members of Northern Consensus Movement protesting and demanding that the payment that has been requested for the members of their union who are killed or lost their property in Sasa, another part of the country, should be paid before the exit of this current administration. They are complaining about killing of their members by members of IPOB and ESN, and calling on government to stop the killing of the security men by members of IPOB and those that are attacking their members in different parts of the country. Let's listen to one of them and what he has to say.
For the victims of those that were killed and those that lost their properties. We've been doing this in the last 2 years. We've had calls to twice go on no food supply, block every supply of everything that is coming from the north to the entire western states, the first one, the second one to the entire eastern states, just to express our displeasure and to push further our demand for the payment of compensation for lives lost and properties destroyed of northerners within the period of these uprisings that took place. Now, we've had, like I said, the first no food supply, the second no food supply. We've had meetings with the chief of staff to the president. He has invited us under the leadership of Governor Yahaya Bello. We went, we discussed, we were asked to withdraw the protest with the promise that compensation will be paid. That compensation we've been pursuing, we've been following up. We've written several letters, we've written several demands, we've been called by the authorities, we've had several meetings at different times in different venues concerning this very issue with government agencies, still promising to pay this compensation. 2 years gone down the line, this administration has only a few days left to leave, yet this compensation has not been paid. Our people have been agitated, complaints have been high, cries have been up, and then a lot of the government itself and the security agencies knew very well what our association did in order to stop the reprisal attack on the western and the eastern citizens that are resident in the northern part of Nigeria. All the security agencies and the government itself is aware of how much we have worked to make sure that there's no reprisal killings, there's no reprisal attacks, there's no reprisal destruction of property of any southerner or easterner resident in the north. That we have done, and then, like I said, the government itself is aware of it. They have even thanked us for it. But this payment has not been done. The families of those destroyed and those that lost their properties, the agitation is on, and the continuous killing has not stopped. Most especially, even the security agencies themselves, they are not spared from these people. And we said, pay compensation to these people. Committees were set up, these committees. Up to now, there's just nothing forthcoming about it. If this thing goes out of hand, we've been able to control families, children, relations of these people. They have been agitating and wanting to take certain action. And if that action is taken, at the end of the day, they will now be the ones to be blamed. The fact that 2 years down the line of various and non-stop complaint, queues, cries, government might not necessarily look at that. So we are saying, pay this compensation within the period of lifespan of this government as promised, which we think is about 13 days. Otherwise, we'll have no option than to go back to the third action of blocking anything supply from the north to the entire southern and the eastern state, just for the purpose of putting our demand and making our position known again in case if the government have forgotten about this. And the next 12 days, nothing has happened. We can guarantee Nigerians that we will block, we will stop every supply, every movement of anything moving from the north to the entire southern and the eastern states. To the president-elect, we have a copy here. One is to be presented to the vice president-elect, and then I've mentioned the other places that these documents are going to. So we are presenting this document to them to let them know this is what is happening. In case they are not aware, they know, but then we are now officially sending it to even the incoming government. They are going to have this document, and we are telling them that The present government has not paid. We hope they will pay. If they don't, government is continuity. So when by the time they come, they know that there is that pending case, and they cannot deny that that pending case is not a case, because they are Nigerians. They are going to rule over Nigeria, and it is the same Nigerians that voted them in to protect their lives, right, and properties. So I don't see any difference. It's a continuity of government as far as I'm concerned.